All right, it's that time again, time for another Sunday video. And we have a lot to do and a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. So today we're going to go ahead and continue on with our Uncommon Survival series. And in my opinion, one of the best kept secrets in bushcraft and survival is steel wool. Now, steel wool gets a bad rap. There's several people that started this years and years, decades ago, probably 30, 40 years ago. And they got everyone in the mindset that whenever you're in urban survival, or you're surviving out in the woods, or you're at your bug out location, or you're bugging in, you got to have steel wool in a battery for all those bugging in or urban environments. And it always bothered me because it's like they did a cut and this stuff goes over here with this and will only work here. And these items over here go with that. That will only work there. And when you think about that and break it down, if I have a Bic lighter in the woods, I can light dry tinder, leaves, etc., fat wood on fire. If I go to the urban environment, will a lighter not work? Can I burn a house down? The answer is yes. If I have a water container that I can boil water in the woods, can I boil water in an urban environment? Yes, you can. So the idea that these certain items only work in certain places, in my opinion, is just stupid. And it's lazy. Simply carrying a piece of steel wool in your fire kit that will take a spark from flint and steel, a ferro rod, a lighter, the rays from a sun, and now taking a somewhat smoldering ember and getting it to take on this and actually light, then transferring this to an actual bird's nest or a tinder bundle will be worth its weight in gold and probably a lifesaver. In addition to that, let's say you find cottonwood or poplar bark and it's damp or marginal because a rainstorm just came through there. Not soaking wet, but just damp. Why not have an ember the size of this sitting inside there, drying it out as you're blowing on it, and actually get it dried out to where it ignites, versus doing a bow drill 10 times, being completely gassed out, unable to do anything, and you're freezing all night because you couldn't get a fire going. So once again, steel wool could save the day and eventually your life, or ultimately your life. So on that note, I'm going to construct a bow drill. You've seen me do this 100 times. Just go on YouTube, type in Corporals Corner bow drill, and we'll go from there. Just like that. Any type of open flame, whether that be from a lighter or even a match, the heat transfer is instantaneous. Now those that wanted skills, you got skills. Let's go ahead and jump into our shop. You're not going to want to miss this. And there you go. Now, this was a brief introduction. That's why I showed you for 3 seconds closed and 3 seconds open. We didn't go into the details. We didn't go into how the hinge works, what we did here, how we came to this design, blah, 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 whatever. Next Sunday, I'm going to say it again, next Sunday, I'm going to release a full video showing one being made. Well, being made within reason, otherwise it'd be a 3-hour video. But we'll show segments here and there of what we're doing and how we're coming up with all this and what we actually went through to come up with this design. Now, just like with my skillets, I combined 3 separate skillets into one. And in my mind, in my opinion, that's true R&D, research and development. You're going to take either existing products and combine them with other ones and make them better, or start from scratch. Now, based on those 2 scenarios is why I've been very secretive of what I've been developing. And like I mentioned, I have 4 more items I'm going to drop between now and the end of the year. So that means there's 3 more that I've been like this. I wanted a modern day mess kit heirloom object that's bomb proof that you can pass on to your kids, grandkids, etc. And that's what I've done here. And now for the $1 million question. How am I going to get notified so I don't miss? Well, gear drops with the videos on Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and they have for the past 6 years. Without fail, a video is going to drop on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, along with the gear to my website, corporalscorner.com. Now, that's one way right there, going to my channel. Not waiting for YouTube to notify you, because YouTube won't notify you. YouTube notifies 0.5% and claims everything's a-okay. So forget YouTube, they're not going to notify you. Go to my YouTube channel. That's one way right there. Every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Next way, website, corporalscorner.com. That link is in my video description box. That's 2 ways right there. On the website, you're going to see a free phone app for both iPhone and Android, along with a free email list. 4 ways right there. In addition to these 4 ways, you have Corporal's Corner on Instagram, you have Corporal's Corner on Facebook, and you have my personal Facebook as well. The last way is going to my YouTube channel community page, where I drop notifications 2 or 3 times a week. So right there you have 8 ways you can be notified and guarantee you're not going to miss videos or gear drops ever again. If you're truly interested in getting a mess kit, using one of those ways will almost guarantee notification. But the 100% way to guarantee you're never going to miss is to simply go to my YouTube channel at 10 a.m. Eastern time every single Sunday. Along with that, I'm dropping YouTube video shorts 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and a shorter or a midweek video on Wednesdays. So you're going to see between 7 and 9 videos a week from me, and I've been doing this for the past month and a half. So moving forward, you're going to see me everywhere. So there's no excuse not to go to my channel and check it out. And there you have it, another tool for your toolbox, or in this case, a piece of kit. Now, like I said before, for some reason, way back in the past, steel wool, along with several other things, got thrown into this urban survival category. But when you build a kit and you look at your current kit, if a good 85% of that can't transition from urban to the woods, you're probably doing something wrong. And that's not my opinion, it's common sense. I'm not going to go into some town and say, well, before I get to that town, I got to throw away my Bic lighter and my ferro rod because they won't work there. When you can go into a house and, oh look, a fireplace, or take a Bic and flick your Bic and light it up, and there you go. Right? So there's common sense and then there's stupidity. And in my opinion, that was done to try and separate the categories for financial gain. Well, I got to have this over here. I got to buy this. I got to buy this for this over here. Now, there are exceptions. You're living in some type of 100% desert area, or Canada, Alaska, the Arctic somewhere. You're going to need completely different things than you'd have out here. And that's just common sense as well. But I'm not going to throw away my knife and say, well, I can't have a knife because I got to find a gun. Why not have both? I'm not going to throw away my Bic lighter and my ferro rod and say, got to find some steel wool and a 9-volt battery. There's common sense and stupidity. So take it with a grain of salt, evaluate your kit, see what works and what doesn't, see what you can use in both environments, and build from there. On that note, let's go ahead and get out of here. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in one spot, my website, corporalscorner.com. Now please do me that favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. As always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out of the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.